Hey everybody, it is Renee and Megan, and it has been a while. Megan, we kind of took a little break between Thanksgiving and now. Megan has a baby on the way, and
Yes.
so she's going to talk to us kind of about her journey through the holidays, where she ended up at her low when she was doing the athletic protocol with Ideal Protein, and where she's going to head in the new year. So, Megan, let's start with how did you kind of end your athletic protocol on Ideal Protein, and what do you know what date that was, and what was your lowest body fat?
It was, I believe, like right after Thanksgiving, and I was down to 12% body fat. So
Awesome.
I got pretty low. Yeah.
Yeah.
Felt really good. Did that whole New York City trip, stayed on protocol, and even through Thanksgiving, not a problem. And then the holidays hit, and for me, mentally kind of wanted to take a break. So,
Mhm.
that's the honest truth. And I
But
traveled.
that's okay. It's okay.
Yeah,
This is life. So the journey of life is that when
yeah,
you need that break, you take
yep.
it, but you don't go back to, you know,
Nope.
eating an In-N-Out burger. You
So
stay
exactly,
consistent. So
exactly.
so when so when you are in phase one, you're on the Ideal Protein protocol, you're trying to burn fat, you're trying to build muscle, you have a very, specific protocol going on. So
Mhm.
then when you went off protocol, you went into what we call phase four maintenance. Tell us what your lifestyle choices were then.
The only thing that really changed, I was still having 2 protein shakes a day. I'd have
Uh-huh.
one snack. My schedule, I had 2 weeks off during the holidays, and I was running a lot because
Mhm.
I would turn 14 on I turned 14, 40, turned 40 on January 1st. So my goal was to run 40 miles on my birthday. So
Right.
I was, I was burning a lot, but it was very different. But I know I was still in ketosis, which is a whole
That's
other
awesome.
thing. Yeah. And I just wasn't super, super strict. So I was
So
adding.
what kind of choices do you make on a daily basis when you are keto adapted? You're just basically in maintenance. We're not, trying to burn fat. What are your daily choices?
It really doesn't look any different than when I'm in phase one. Probably the only thing is I'm a little more relaxed when, say, I go out to dinner, or over the holidays, I was going to people's houses for food where I was a little out of kind of control of what was in front of me. I still make really good choices.
Right.
Nothing really changes that much for me because I'm not really a food driven person. So,
Right.
I mean, every once in a while, and it's the holidays, so I'm relaxed a little bit. And yes, probably the biggest thing that changed is maybe I had a couple fun drinks in
Of
there. To be
course. Of
perfectly
course you're
honest with
supposed
you,
to.
we had some wine, and and I'm a mimosa fan. So I would say the biggest change is probably that.
Okay.
If you look at my food diary, nothing really changed that drastically as far as my food. I just had a little more fun in that
Okay.
way.
That's cool.
So,
All right.
yeah.
So now that you're ready to, tell us, wait a minute, tell us about the 40 for 40.
40 for 40. Well, I turned 40 January 1st, and I started at my house, which is in the Santa Cruz Mountains, ran out to the coast and circled around and ended up in Capitola, California, which is in Santa Cruz. And I had all Ideal Protein snacks along the way. I ended up having 2 of the meal replacement shakes with the BCAAs in it. And this is over a
Right.
period of over 8 hours.
Okay, so
Uh,
that's called our Ideal Complete product, which is a maintenance product, and it's a full meal. So it has full carbs, fats, and proteins in it. And Megan puts that together with our branched chain amino acids packet. And so tell us how you do that. So for the 40-mile run, tell us the start of the day. Tell us your food all along. Where did you stop? How much did you eat each way? Because I know I have some athletes that are wondering this. I actually have a new client who's a cyclist. He's going to do the Death Ride in July. He's training for that. He wants to drop like 20 pounds of body fat. So we're, you know, we have to be in this athletic protocol where we can feed him enough to fuel his workouts, but that he can also burn fat. So tell us what you did that whole day that you were doing the 40 miles, 40 for 40.
It was pretty cool because in the running community, it's really based on gels, sugar blocks, supplements, this quick energy. But since I'm a fan of ketosis, I'm most of the time in ketosis. I'd say 90% of the time. I woke up, I had my coffee as usual. I'm a coffee fan. And then I had one protein shake. So your regular the orange drink packet. I had that before I went. And then I went about 10 miles and I had half of the full meal.
The Ideal Complete with the branched chain amino acids. So you had half of that.
I actually pre-made that before I left the house. So I had a big bottle full of one packet with 2 BCAAs in it.
Okay, so you put 2 in there.
I always put 2 per.
Okay.
Yes, that works for me, especially if you're running 40 miles, you're burning. So 10 miles, I had half of that, and I started to get a little tiny hungry, a little bit hungry. So then I had one of the chocolate wafers, which I love.
Okay. Right. And they're based with whey protein, which whey protein is going to preserve the lean mass. It's going to help you build muscle when you're working out. So that's the perfect thing to get. So you had a half of a chocolate wafer.
Yep. I had 1 bar. It comes with 2 in one packet. I had 1 bar, half of the shake. And then at the next 10 miles, I finished the shake and then the other bar. So now I'm at 20 miles.
Right.
And then right when I finished that shake, I pre-made another one because I knew I didn't want to have to do it at the 30-mile mark. And all along the way, I just want everybody to know I had a full gallon of water, and this was separate from everything else. And the day before, I drank probably 2 gallons of water. So my body was fully hydrated. I didn't have to worry about that in the run. So if you train your body, you don't have to like constantly drink water. If you're for competition mode, you're good to go. So throughout the whole day, I drank about 1 gallon of water plus 2 full protein shakes. So then at the mile 30, I actually drank an entire one of the shakes with 2 AAs, the full one at 30, because I was starting to feel a little sluggish.
Right.
And that actually lasted me until mile 36.5. And we stopped. And that was like the last stop. I was hurting. I had 4.5 more miles, and I had 1 more bar out of I was starting to get hungry, but not enough to eat anything. 1 more bar out of a full packet, and then that was it. So I had basically that whole run were 2 of those shakes, the orange in the morning, and then 3 wafers for 40 miles, and I was fine. I'd sustained.
That's awesome. And so you never lost energy. You never bonked. And so you didn't need to keep feeding yourself all this sugar energy and all these goos and what have you, which is what people are training with now. That's what you're told to train with. And you can be ketogenic and you will have amazing energy the entire time. That's just like your workouts and your experience with the athletic protocol with Ideal Protein has been amazing and has actually taught me a lot because you train hard. Yes. So I love it.
In double days. It really I'm surprised at how well my body functions off of it too. I don't ever feel depleted, and 40 miles is a long time, and it was mental. I'm not gonna lie, it was mentally challenging. Like after that 30-mile mark, I was like, okay, we got 10 more. I always run 10 miles, blah, blah, blah. But I didn't have to deal with being hungry or out of energy. I had to deal with feeling my body was getting tired, but not bonking. 2 separate things.
Awesome.
Yeah, it was cool.
Awesome.
It was good.
I love it. Wow, that's so cool. Okay, so where are we heading next? You did your body comp this morning, and So Megan is now at 17.2% body fat. So she went all the way down to 12, and then over the holidays, did you, I mean, how many, I don't have your last sheet, so how many pounds did you end up gaining?
I'm still, I think the body fat is higher because I'm down 3 pounds in muscle. So
okay, that's right. Okay.
So yeah, it's a little different because of all the running. Yeah, it's all the running makes it, which actually is a little bit of my goal. A little bit of my goal is to get a little bit longer, leaner look. Yeah.
Okay. So before, Megan used to carry a little bit more muscle on her, 3 or 4 pounds more muscle. So when we lose some of that muscle, the body fat is, the composition of the body is going to change. So her percentage of body fat went up a little bit. But I think, you know, part of it is that she wanted that leaner look instead of as we lift heavy, we bulk up. So when we are lifting light with lots of reps, the muscle stays long and lean. Whereas if we're lifting heavy with lesser reps, the muscle starts to bulk. So for a girl, we like to have leaner muscles, which, you know, also things to incorporate with your workout is yoga and Pilates routine where you can stretch and strengthen that muscle. And also with yoga and Pilates, you know, instead of when we do weights, we're really focusing on the major muscle groups. Whereas when we're doing body weight exercises and things like yoga and Pilates and bar class, we're actually building all of the supporting muscles along with the major muscle groups. So we get that longer, leaner look to our thighs, to our arms, more sculpted look. So that's what Megan was talking to me this morning, that she's feeling more comfortable in her body. She likes her body a little bit better, even though her body fat percentage is a little higher. So things to know is, you know, feel in your comfort zone. Always we want to be less than 30% body fat, because that's really where over 30% body fat, we start to head into the range where it's not a healthy place for us. So I keep my body fat somewhere between, like if I'm super skinny, it is 22%, but probably I keep it somewhere between 24 and 26% body fat. And I look like a nice sculpted, you know, lady. I am 56. So I'm not going to look like I'm 35, but I think I have some cute curves.
And just on that note, I signed up for a 50K marathon this summer in June. So that's 32 miles. And so my goal is to be a little lighter on my feet so I can run faster and longer. And I'm still boxing. I'm back into boxing 3 days a week. And I want to drop a weight class too. So that's kind of where I'm going with it. So yeah.
Okay. So you want to go down, let's see, to drop a weight class, you got to get to 135 or 134?
Well, 135. Yeah, probably cut into like 127 or 130. We'll see.
Oh, right. Wow. Okay. So we're going for it. Okay. So that's.
Oh, yeah.
So, and that goal is a long-term goal. So that could be, if we're looking at what, 3 months, 4 months?
Yeah, I was thinking probably around March or April. Yeah.
Okay, so that would be like
right when my son's born.
1 pound of body fat per week would get you there in 10 weeks or what have you. So, you know, just knowing, not only do we want to know where we're heading with our goals, but what's our mini goal? Because if we don't have our mini goals, we don't get the big number. We don't hit the end number. So having those mini goals is super important. All right, Megs, what else do you want to say before we jump off the line here?
You know, just contact me if you guys have any questions. Like it's, you know, and this is always a journey. And this is what Renee and I do for a living, but we're still figuring it out and we're still trying new things, and it's awesome and we love what we do. So yeah, I mean, I've been training people online too. So if you want to comfort from your home, I'm more than welcome to just contact me and we can talk. So yeah.
Both Megan and I work virtually. So I work virtually with clients and I use the Ideal Protein program. Megan also has a lot of nutrition knowledge where she can coach athletes on their protocol, and she can incorporate Ideal Protein if you like or not. So you can work with us outside of the gym and my clinic, or you can work with us in I'll put links to both so that you can make a personal appointment with Megan or a virtual appointment, and the same way with me. And we look forward to talking to you here in the next week or two. I don't know if we'll be online every week, but we'll do our best to get online and show, Megan's progress and answer your questions. Always feel free when when we're live to come online and we can actually include you in our broadcast. Another thing that we're doing is once a month, Megan and I will be doing a nutrition and wellness workshop. And then additionally, every Thursday at 6 p.m. at my clinic, I do a wellness workshop where we talk about how to improve your nutrition. I introduce you to what I do. If that's something that you want to get involved with, great. But if not, you're always going to be learning something. So I look forward to hopefully seeing you there. And okay, peace out, everybody. Love you. Bye.